Michelle Masacchio, Fit Money CPA, where vet med meets smart business. Let's get real for a second. You guys are having down sales with the preventative care medications, the parasiticides, the wellness plans, heartworm prevention, all over across the board. You're working just as hard and maybe even harder than you always have. But the numbers keep dropping month after month. So let's chat about the truth. It's not a sales problem. It's a systems problem. Today, I want to show you exactly how to turn every single preventative business into a high profit retention machine. I want you guys to create more reoccurring revenue, better client loyalty, and higher per visit profits. And I don't want you to add any more time to your week. You already work hard enough. So by the end of our live here, you'll know how to fix that 10% drop, build that repeatable profit system, and get your team to sell without selling. So why are the preventative sales down by 10%? It's not because clients have stopped caring about their pets. Of course, we adore them. But it's because we've trained them to buy on convenience and not connection. We've got Chewy, we've got Amazon, we got your front desk, just making it an optional purchase. The preventative care used to be your profit, your go-to profit stream. And now it's just become a flat-out battlefield. So let's get a little bit deeper in the problem. Most clinics treat that preventative as a transaction instead of as a touch point with the client. You sell it once, you hand them that bag of flea treatment, and you hope and pray that they'll come back next year. That's not a business model, guys. That's Russian roulette. We don't want to play that. The clinics that win aren't selling preventatives. They're systemizing that retention. They turn a 6-month box of flea medication into a 12-month relationship. Here's the framework that I teach to all my clients. And it's through the cats and dogs system that we've often talked about before. But it's called the Preventative Profit Engine, built on 3 pillars, guys. 1, we want to reframe that visit. We're not selling flea meds. We're not selling heartworm meds. What you're doing is selling peace of mind that the pet is going to remain healthy, at least for the next 6 months, because that's how those packages are sold. So we want to stop talking about the products and let's start talking about the outcome. So for example, this keeps Luna protected so you don't have to remember for another refill. Summers are bad, especially around here in Kentucky. So these flea meds are preventing a flare-up. You know, you guys know that I have the kitties and they don't go outside. So fortunately, I don't have the flea problem in the house. But as we know, dog owners that are taking their puppy dogs outside, there's a huge chance that they're going to get fleas and ticks. So, you know, again, instead of selling this product, sell that outcome. Instead of saying, here's your revolution, it's like, here is your peace of mind for the next 6 months that Luna, your puppy dog, whatever you want to name her, him or her, will be fine. Because you've got that protection, that, you know, I just see that bubble around the pet where that revolution is giving the protection of the fleas. So we want to switch it from a transaction to transformative. And I tell you what, guys, you do that, you'll see your profits take off. It's incredible. We want to build retention, and you can't rely upon memory. My memory, I keep in my mind that I have to call the vet the week before Abby and Ziva go for their spa day. I don't like that. So I need to talk to my vet and explain to him he needs some type of an automated system that would work. So, set up an email, text reminders for the reorder. If you have that online pharmacy, set it up in there that it's automatically sending those reminders out. Click, here's my card, done. It's mailed to their house. Maybe add a QR code on the receipt, same thing. Take a picture, click, boom, we're there. We paid for it. It's coming to my house. Build that annual preventative plan. Charge monthly, deliver on a quarterly basis. Again, we're trying to flatten out that cash flow issue. As CPAs, we have it all the time because we've got that bump in the spring. And, then, you might get a little up and down too. But what we always try to do, we take our own medicine. So what we're trying to do personally is even out that cash flow so that we don't have that spike. And it's like, oh my gosh, we're flush with money. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. But in reality, you need to hang on to that money for those downtimes. Again, we want to even that out so you get a more predictable practice, more predictable profit. And so, every business that scales replaces those efforts with that automation. Pick up the phone and say, hey, there's a reminder. And if your retention is manual, then you're going to burn out. Now, I know we've got the flip side of that about client communication, client touches, and that we've talked about it in the past. We'll talk about it in the future. Automation doesn't take care or replace all of that. It just makes those repetitive tasks a little bit easier. So what we want to do, as you know, what gets measured gets done. What gets done helps us grow. 3 metrics. We want the percent of active patients on your preventative program. We want the average order value per visit, and we want repeat purchases. Now, you should be able to get these reports out of your practice management software and or your online pharmacy. So let's set a target of 10% increase in the next 90 days, 3 months, guys, from here to the end of the year. Tie small team bonuses or public recognitions to these metrics, because what gets rewarded, again, gets done. So, just as an example, that clinic I was working with was losing $1,500 a month on that preventative parasiticides, because, as you know, clients are buying it online. So we ran the preventative profit engine. We increased sales by 18%, recurring revenue, by the way. We had 40% increased compliance. Doesn't that drive you crazy when your clients do not go through with the compliance of what you're suggesting? And it actually reduced the front desk stress. Nobody likes to sell, and this gets the front desk away from that sales position. So it was the same clients, same services, just better systems. So most clinics think they need more clients to make more money. Oh my gosh, that just hurts my head to think about getting more clients. But it's not that. It's just you need to monetize the clients that you have. Here's what I want you to do next. Go audit your last 30 preventative visits, just your annual health checkups, and see how many came back on the schedule. How many, again, rescheduled? How many reordered that prescription? If it's less than 70%, folks, we've got a gold mine that we can dig into there. We just need that system, and we don't want that old style pan where we're sifting through gold. We want a better tool that we can use. So drop a $sign down in the chat. I'll get you that free preventative profit engine checklist. And again, it's the exact system I use with clinics to recover lost preventative revenue. You don't need new clients to grow. You need new systems to scale. So let's make every single visit count. Remember, you run the clinic. We run the strategies. Your dream practice, your real profits.